Sergeant Ramsey. I'm the one that called you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry to call you. Listen, we had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am. He's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry.
The clip that you guys just watched shows the emotional moment a wife is told by police that her husband is no longer alive. Now, for most people, this would be an extremely tragic experience. However, in this situation, her husband is actually still alive, and she's just acting. So the woman seen in the beginning here is Dalia, and back in 2009, her case went extremely viral because virtually all of it was recorded and aired on TV. Her original plan was to hire a hitman to take out her husband. So for some context, Dalia ended up meeting her former husband, Michael Dippolito, back in 2008 after he hired her as an escort. Now, for those that don't know, escorts do not typically strike up a romantic relationship with the people who hire them. However, when Michael and Dalia met for the first time, things progressed very rapidly, and Michael and her ended up falling in love. At least, that's what Michael thought. Michael fell so in love with Dalia that he even ended up divorcing the wife he was currently with to get with her, and they were married around a year later. Things would progress on the surface level very well for Michael and Dalia. However, as their relationship progressed, weirder and weirder things would happen. For example, Michael was an ex-convict and he was on probation for stock fraud. This essentially means that if he gets in trouble, he's going to risk getting more jail time and not being a free man. In any event, one of the weird things that happened is when Michael was driving, police pulled him over and discovered an illicit substance inside of his vehicle that was certainly not Michael's. Michael claimed that he was completely innocent, and fortunately police believed him, but this was just the beginning. Because later, police would end up getting a call from somebody who was anonymous, claiming that Michael was dealing these illicit substances himself. Michael didn't get in trouble here, but he was pretty freaked out and worried about violating his probation, so he signed over his house in Dalia's name to protect it just in case he went back to prison. I'm sure that by this point, hearing this story, it's pretty easy to see where this is going. Dalia basically wanted to use Michael to get all of his money and assets like property. So eventually, Dalia came to the point where she wanted to get Michael completely out of the picture. So the only way she could conceive of doing this is to hire somebody to take her husband out of the gene pool, for lack of better words. So Dalia ended up reaching out to an ex-boyfriend that she had by the name of Mohammed and wanted him to get her into contact with a hitman. However, Mohammed was not down with this plan and instead tipped off the police, who sent somebody over to act as a hitman to get into contact with Dalia.
Look at a picture of the house or whatever.
How soon can we get everything going?
Well, it's up to you.
I mean, I need it done like this week, but like my understanding of everything was that like, you know, I was going to give you what I gave you, and then that was everything. So if we go ahead and we do it like at the house, like how soon could you do it?
I could do it Wednesday morning. It's going to be like I break into the house. Didn't think he was going to be home because everybody works in the daytime.
Right.
I'm going to think he's at work. When he's not at work, then, he gets 2 ahead. Between now and when it's done, you're not going to have an option to change your mind. Even if you change your mind, I'm talking to him.
There's no changing, there's no, like, I'm determined already. I'm positive, like, okay. 5,000% sure, like.
Okay, I'll be in the house by 6:30 Wednesday morning. Okay. 6 o'clock. All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, and I guess.
You'll hear from me.
I'll hear from you. All right, thanks a lot.
As you can see, the undercover officer asks multiple times if Dalia is really intending on removing Michael from the equation, and she responds emphatically, yes, I am 5,000% sure. So they come up with a hypothetical plan where Dalia is going to go to the gym early in the morning, and while she's away, a fake burglary will take place where Michael will no longer be alive as a result. The undercover officer then leaves, and police carry through with the plan as usual. Dalia leaves for the gym at 6 a.m., they come in, they set up a fake crime scene, and eventually they call Dalia from the gym and tell her that something horrible has happened. Her husband is no longer alive. This is where things get really interesting because police play along with Dalia and her acting, and they bring her down to the station to figure out if Michael had any enemies that could possibly do this, all the while her, of course, thinking she had gotten away with it and hired a hitman successfully.
First of all, let me just tell you, I'm sorry for your loss.
I just want to see my husband, please.
All right, honey.
I love you. I really love you too.
No. You don't want to see him.
I just want to see.
Believe me. Okay. The game's over with. Okay? There's no more games with you and I. Bring this guy in here. Get over here. Get over here. You know who this guy is?
No,
You've never seen him before.
I've never seen him before. Ever.
Do you know her?
Put your head up and look at her.
Put your head up.
I've never seen him.
What were you doing coming out of her house?
Police interrogate her and interview her for quite some time until eventually Michael, who's not supposed to be alive, walks into the room and Dalia freaks out, saying that she didn't mean to do this to him.
Hey, it's me.
Yeah, what's up?
Nothing, Mike. Can you please come here?
Hey, listen, I don't want to fight with you. Honestly, I can't help you. Don't you understand what just happened?
What they're saying is not true.
How is that possible?
Like, I'm sitting here. It's not true. It's not possible. You wouldn't even give me 2 minutes to talk to you, but it's not possible. What they're saying is not true.
How in the hell did I hear it and see it?
I heard what you heard. It's not true. I heard what you heard and I saw what you saw. Everything they showed you, they showed me.
And how is it not? How are you telling me that?
I
It's
am
not
giving you my word that it's not true.
Dalia, of course, was then charged with her crime that she certainly committed, and during her defense, she stated that Michael had convinced her to go here and act, that she knew the officer was undercover, and that he wanted her to become a reality TV star.
That's all Amanda told you to say, right?
Yes, he told me to say that.
Yeah, you're 5,000% sure, you're ready to go.
I needed to project confidence, and yeah, but that's what he told me. I needed to make it look believable.
Please, I need to tell you, can you please help me? It's not the truth.
You said you wanted to have me killed. I heard that.
That is not true.
Of course, according to her, Mike was in on the performance from the very beginning. So why, asks the prosecutor, is she trying so hard to convince him?
You claim that it was all made up as part of the script. How could that not be true?
Of course, the jury did not buy this extremely weak defense, and she was convicted to 16 years in prison. She has tried to appeal this choice many times, but every single time has pretty much failed, so she will continue to serve out her sentence until 2032 in prison, and when she gets out, hopefully she will make better choices. The one thing I don't understand is why she didn't just divorce Michael and get at least half of everything. This seemed like quite an overkill situation. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and this story. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you want to see next. Let me know what you think about this case, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.